In my last video, I did the top 5 worst sequels ever made, so why don't we reverse this by doing the top 5 best sequels ever made? And just because they're the best sequels ever made does not necessarily mean that they're better than the original. Most of these are, but a few may or may not. But for number 5, we have Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. This is not this is better than the original one. It was this is the conclusion to the Harry Potter genre and franchise. It was not as good as the fifth, the fourth, or the third. Those ones were all better. I do think it had some really good moments. It had really good payoffs for the characters. It was very emotional, incredibly sad, had some really good action. I thought I thought getting to see Neville transform through the franchise from zero to hero, that was good. Because one minute he's this nobody, next minute he's the one that Harry entrusted to kill Voldemort, even though he did. But it's still a really good film, but not as it's better than the original, but not necessarily the best in the franchise. Bringing us to number 4, we have Avengers Infinity War. Most people like this one better than Endgame for this reason. This one had some really good action. Endgame did too, don't get me wrong, but one of the reasons people like it better more than Endgame is because Endgame just jammed all the action into 1 hour of the movie. Meanwhile, this is 2 hours and like 30 something minutes, I believe, and it has a lot of really good action throughout the entire movie, not just jam packed into one scene. But you can honestly tell how hard people worked to make this good, and still an amazing sequel, better than its predecessor or the predecessor to that, Age of Ultron or The Avengers. It's still an amazing movie, but I must say I probably like Endgame better. I don't know. I know I did rank them, but now I'm starting to get second thoughts. Bringing us into the top 3 is Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home is the follow-up to Far From Home. We get to see what it's like with Peter's identity out. This is by far the best Spider-Man movie of all time. We get to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Um, Tobey Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man, so it was great to see him again. Andrew Garfield I have been waiting to see interact. I wanted to see more of S.'s Spider-Man again because we only got 2 entries because after the bomb that was The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the sequel was canceled. So we weren't able to see him again as the Spider-Man. An amazing movie. I thought it had really good payoffs. I thought that it was really sad seeing Aunt May die. Green Goblin getting all the original or other villains back, like the Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man universe, the Green Goblin, the Doctor Octopus from the Raimi version, getting to see Tom Hardy's Venom in the extra scene. Awesome. An amazing movie and definitely a top tier for sure. Our runner-up for best sequel goes to Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick is one of the best sequels ever made. I still enjoyed the first Top Gun better. Now hear me out. I felt like Top Gun was more original. It was the one that started it all, so it didn't really feel copied. Top Gun Maverick didn't either, but Top Gun and Iron Eagle are still really good military movies. I thought Top Gun Maverick is still good, but the original was better because I'm more old-fashioned than most people who would say that Top Gun Maverick would have more action things. I still enjoy Top Gun Maverick. Don't get me wrong; it has some really good action scenes that even Top Gun didn't land on. But I thought Top Gun was better. I loved seeing Goose. I loved getting Iceman in both Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick. But an amazing movie that I still love. But we're gonna have to say this: the best sequel of all time. You have to say yes. The best sequel of all time goes to The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is by far the best. Probably is my favorite movie. It has amazing action. It has some of the best. It has the best villain of all time, Heath Ledger, who plays in 10 Things I Hate About You. playing as the Joker. People thought that he was like too soft and too likable after seeing him in like Two Things I Hate About You and Brokeback Mountain to be able to pull off the level of psychoness and insane to follow up Jack Nicholson. But he blew the bar up too high. There's no I highly doubt that they will ever make a Batman movie better or have a better Joker. No. This Heath Ledger is the best Joker ever. Nobody has ever topped it, and I doubt anybody will. I loved the interrogation scene. The opening scene starts us off strong, so right away we already know. Nolan was doing business with us. He was going crazy. And the scene where the Joker blows up the hospital, the really cool thing about that wasn't CGI, it wasn't a prop, it wasn't computerized, it was actually real. The reason why it stopped and how the Joker turns around, that was intentionally done to make it look like, Heath Ledger can make it out safely without being blown up. But the Joker improvised it to where it looked like that was not expected, so he made it funny even. Still awesome movie, and you have to watch it. This is a must see. I've seen it almost 100 times probably, and I truly love it, and I must say I doubt it will ever grow old or get a better movie. And well, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. It's completely up to you. I don't want to pressure you, so if you don't want to, do not. Well, I will see you guys in my next video, and have a good one.